Hi, I'm Julie from Drenched Fitness, and I've had a lot of requests to share my chili recipe. Even though I think it's the simplest recipe ever, everybody seems to think that it's absolutely amazing. So today I want to make it with you. And here's what you're going to need. First thing you're going to need is olive oil, diced onions, and diced green chilies. Those are the first three ingredients we're going to combine. The first thing you're going to need to do is put some olive oil in the bottom of your pot. And the reason why this recipe is so great is that everything is by eyeball. Really, all I do is put enough oil in a pot so that it coats the bottom. And then I add diced onions and a can of green chilies. And I just wait until the onions are basically sauteed. Reserve some of your onions in case you want to use them for the top of your chili. While that's sizzling, I'm just going to cut up my chicken breasts. Now, another reason this is so easy and so great. I just buy rotisserie chickens at Costco. I cut off the white meat and I add it to the chili when it's time. So I'll just finish dicing these. And how you cube your chicken, it really doesn't matter because once it goes into the pan or the pot, it just kind of shreds itself. So that's all done. Didn't take me long at all. So I'll check on the onions. And they need just a little bit more time. The other member of the family that really appreciates this meal is our dog, who is shockingly quiet right now. And we'll just add a little bit of the juice to her meal. When I have time, I'll probably dice up some of that chicken for her as well. It looks like our onions and green chilies have been sauteed, so I'm just going to add all the chicken. I did 4 rotisserie chicken breasts. I like extra chicken, but you can decide for yourself how much chicken that you're just going to add to the onions, the green chilies, and the little bit of olive oil. As you can see, this chicken is already starting to shred itself, and it'll continue to do so the longer it's on the stove. So, next thing we're going to do, it's a package of seasoning. It's Lowry's chili seasoning. Couldn't get any easier than that. So we'll just open this up. The reason I like to add this in next is because I think that when you add it here, the chicken absorbs a lot of the flavor as opposed to after the tomato sauce. So we're just going to stir that around, get the seasoning all in the chicken. It looks good. Okay, leave that alone for a minute. All right, so the next part of the chili is really about what you like. I like to use fire roasted diced tomatoes, spicy red pepper tomatoes, as well as Hunt's tomato sauce. And it's all about how much you like. So this isn't about I need 2 cans or I need 3 cans. It's all about how much of the flavor do you want. So I'm going to start by adding 3 cans of the diced tomatoes and maybe half of the can of tomato sauce. Okay, and I'm going to see what that does. So I'll mix this around, I'll turn down the heat, and I'll just let that blend together. Okay, I can already tell I need more, but before I do that, I'm going to work on the beans. I use 2 different types of beans. I use white beans and I use kidney beans. I have 2 cans of the white beans and I have 3 cans of the kidney beans. And I'm just gonna open those into a colander. I'll do the white beans first. And I'm just gonna rinse them. Okay, I'll add this to my chili, and I'll work on the kidney beans. Stir this up a little bit. Leave that alone, and let's work on the kidney beans. Take this part out. Okay, put those in there. So we'll recap real quick. We added olive oil to the bottom of our pot, just enough so that the bottom is covered. And we've added an appropriate amount of onions, whatever you think you want, and then 1 can of green chilies. Once that's been sauteed, I take rotisserie chickens, 3 or 4 chicken breasts, cube them, and add them to the onions, the green chilies, and the olive oil. Mix that together, add in the Lowry's chili seasoning. Mix that together, add in the tomato sauce, and diced tomatoes, then add in the beans. As you can see, this is really thick, and some people might want to stop here and like their chili really thick. I personally like a little bit more tomato, a little bit more sauce, so I'm going to keep adding. I'm going to want 1 more can of diced tomatoes as well. And we're done. Literally the easiest chili recipe you could ever make, and it tastes pretty amazing. We'll share with you how people what kind of toppings people like to add. So this chili can be enjoyed by everyone in your family. You can put different things, your toppings, avocado, some diced onions, and olives, as well as some cheddar cheese. Hi, I'm Julie from Drenched Fit. Next, we're gonna add some chili seasoning. So I'm gonna do those first 2 ingredients. We gotta start over.